upright on your mat, maybe laying down, on your mat, whatever's most comfortable for you. And we'll start with the eyes open. Start to notice the weight of the body as it makes contact with your space. Start to feel the temperature in the room, the noises that you hear, such as the sound of my voice. And start to take some deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Feeling that rising chest and the fall as you exhale. With the eyes open, just a few more deep inhales and exhales. And on the next exhale, closing the eyes and returning to your normal breathing. Just bringing the awareness to the body. Maybe taking a gentle body scan, starting with the crown of the head and slowly moving down towards the tips of your toes. Not necessarily changing anything, but simply noticing how the body feels today. And now bringing that attention back to the breath. Simply settling into your space. Maybe counting each inhale and exhale. Counting to a count of 10. And then starting back at 1 again. And if you find that the mind starts to wander, gently bring your attention back to your breath for just another few moments as we prepare the mind to relax so that we can relax the body. And now gently bringing that awareness back to the body and slowly fluttering the eyes open, sitting with the feeling that you've cultivated for just another moment. And now preparing to move, starting with a lounging lizard position on the mat, which I will demonstrate. Simply a forward lunge, increasing the space in between the thighs to increase the stretch that you feel on the left hamstring and also the right groin. Feel free to keep your hands underneath the shoulders with your right foot on the outside of those hands if that's comfortable for you. Or maybe take a block if maybe that's more comfortable. If it's more challenging that you need, be coming down towards the elbows and the forearms. We'll be doing a series of 8 postures today, holding each from about 3 to 5 minutes, trying to create length within the hips and the body. As you reach a point of uncomfortability within these postures, it is helpful to use your breath as a tool. And what I mean by that is using your inhales to create space in those sticky areas of the body, and using those exhales to move a little deeper in your stretch. Starting to slow down those inhales and exhales as we move halfway through time on this side. And feel free at this time to take the option of bending the left knee, bringing that left heel towards the glute, reaching back with the left hand to grab the ankle for a deeper stretch of the quad on the left side. Very good. Just a few more breaths on this side. And now on your next inhale, placing the hands underneath the shoulder, slowly pressing up and back, bringing yourself out of the pose. Taking any movements here for that left hip just to increase circulation, and slowly switching to the second side. Bringing that left foot on the outside of the hands, creating space between the thighs, and taking any variation that you've taken on the other side, whether it be on your hands, on a block, or forearms on the ground. Focusing on the breath. They say Yin Yoga is a form of mind control in the sense of hyperfixation on one singular thought, which is the breath. Once you master this art of mind control, you're able to relax the mind, which in turn relaxes the body. Remembers to slowly breathe. Deep inhales for space within the body. Deep exhales to surrender further into the pose as we move halfway through time with this leg. And if you took the option to bend the right knee on the other side, feel free to take that at this time. A couple more deep breaths here. On an inhale, placing the hands back underneath the shoulder, pressing yourself up and out of the pose. Again, taking any movements that feel good here. And we'll meet in a seated position for bound angle pose. Here you have a couple options of where to place your feet. You can bring the heels in towards the groin, or maybe extend a little further out for more of a low back stretch with your groin stretch. If you are pretty mobile, you can bring a block or a bolster to rest your head on in front of you. But we'll inhale here for length in the spine, and exhale, fold over the legs, letting gravity do the work on the upper half of the body. Breathing into any tight spaces in the low back, in the hips, letting go of any tension that does not serve you in this pose. And of course, focusing on the breath. In this pose, together we'll take one community breath, exhaling all the air out of the lungs to prepare. Deep inhale, fill up the belly, stretch the spine. Open mouth, exhale, surrender further into the pose. This idea of mind control, as we all have those invasive thoughts at any given point. It's not to quiet those down per se, but merely change the narrative in the mind that the only important focus here is the breath. Few more deep, controlled breaths here. On your next inhale, slowly walk the hands toward the center of the body, maybe taking a gentle back bend to counteract this pose. And slowly moving into a wide-legged position on your seats. We'll take some side bends here just for a couple minutes. Maybe taking 2 fingers to the right big toe, reaching the left hand up and overhead as we try to stretch everything along the left side body, from the low back and obliques all the way up to the armpit and the triceps. Really rotating the shoulders up towards the ceiling to create space. I'm just staying here for a few moments. Making sure both sits bones are pressing into the ground. Looking over your shoulder in this posture. And taking a deep inhale breath through the nose, creating space in the left side body. And exhaling, reaching a little bit further. One day having that left hand reach the right big toe. And on your next inhale, slowly coming up, moving through center. Taking another deep inhale breath with the arms overhead. Exhale, second side. Again, maybe grabbing the big toe with the 2 fingers, reaching up towards the ceiling with the right hand, reaching over to the left side, rotating the chest towards the ceiling, maybe looking over the shoulder as you stretch the entire left side of the body. Again, breathing into those sticky spots in the body, loosening up those muscles. Again, taking a deep inhale breath through the nose, filling up deep. Open mouth, exhale, reach just a little further. Very good. Just another minute here. Couple more breaths on this side. And on an inhale, coming again towards center, maybe reaching for your bolster, placing it in front of your space. And then on an inhale, again, arms overhead. And exhale, fold in the middle of the legs. Really letting gravity do the work here. Slowly sinking the upper half of the body towards the mat. Remember to stick with the breath, your primary focus. Again, taking a deep inhale through the nose, creating space in the spine. Exhale, surrender further towards your space. On your next inhale, walk the hands back toward the body. And again, take another gentle back bend to counter the pose. And now preparing to move into frog pose. You may want to be sideways on your mat to protect the knees from the hard floor. You're going to start in like a tabletop position, moving these knees as far apart as they'll go. And once you find that limit, you'll try to align your knees with your ankles so that they're parallel to each other. And now we're slowly sinking our upper bodies towards our space, but also sinking the hips back, getting a real deep groin stretch here. The further you sink the hips back, the more you're going to feel this pose, the more stretch you're going to achieve. The posture, as difficult as this, does require a hyper focus on the breath, just breathing through those uncomfortable moments. And again, surrendering to the space as much as you're possibly able to. Now taking another deep inhale breath through the nose, filling up deeply. Open mouth exhale, sinking the hips back just another 2 inches. Finding your edge and surrendering in that space. Slow, deep, controlled breaths. On your next inhale, slowly bring the hips back out. Slowly move up and out of the posture. Be gentle with yourselves. Now you'll meet me with your backs on the mat, bringing your strap along with you. We're going to take the loop that's already been made on this strap, putting it on around our right foot. We'll recline back onto our space, taking the strap in our right hand, have our foot up, but then slowly bring it off to the side, keeping the left leg straight, keeping the rest of our body flat against the mat, trying to bring our toes toward eye level. You feel a stretch here in the inner thigh as well as the groin. Keep reaching to create more space within the hip joint here. Very good breath. You'll notice in these positions, the longer that you stay here, the more you'll start to notice the body start to relax. Length naturally occurs in the body. Remember, we're going to keep the focus on the breath, slowing down the inhales and exhales. A few more breaths here. Keep reaching for more space within the legs, pulling that foot closer. On your next inhale, bringing that foot back up towards the ceiling. And now bringing that strap towards your face, bringing that big toe again towards eye level, stretching the hamstrings. Again, lengthening the breath, creating relaxation in the mind, creating length within the body. Slow, deep, controlled breathing. And now on your next inhale, taking the strap into your left hand, maybe placing the bolster on your left side. And we'll bring that right foot across the body. Again, trying to reach that big toe towards our line of sight, feeling a deep stretch in the glutes and the IT band, all on the outside of the right leg. Bringing both shoulders to touch the mat. Breathing through any uncomfortability here. Letting go of any tension, any muscles that are not serving you in this position. Keep focus on nothing but the breath here. As we're halfway through time with this leg, slow down those inhales and exhales. And now on your next inhale, releasing that right leg, letting the strap go, maybe moving your bolster to the other side to prepare. But now placing the strap around the left foot, bringing it up to the sky, and then slowly lowering it off to the side. Again, keeping the right leg straight, keeping both shoulders onto the mat, pulling that leg so that the big toe can reach eye level, creating length in the legs through the joints. Again, bringing that focus and attention back on the breath if it has wandered, pulling a little harder on that foot, reaching a little bit further. Find your edge with your uncomfortability and breathing through it. Now on your next inhale, bringing that foot towards the ceiling. And again, pulling on the strap, bringing the big toe towards eye level, stretching the hamstrings on the back of the legs. Once again, using the breath to create space. Taking a deep inhale breath here. Exhale, pulling that leg just a little closer to you. Hoping you'll feel a little bit taller after this stretch, if nothing else. A couple more deep breaths here. And on your next inhale, bringing that left foot across the body, putting the strap into the right hand, maybe resting that foot onto your bolster on the other side, lifting the leg, bringing the big toes towards your eye level, breathing into any uncomfortable spaces in the body. Hearing some nice breath out there. Keep it up. Just a few more breaths, slow, deep, and controlled. On the next inhale, feel free to release the foot from the strap. Oh, I definitely felt that last one. All right, moving into half pigeon. You can feel free to come into this position however you like. I personally like to start with a downward facing dog. Taking the right leg high, bringing that right ankle towards the left wrist. If your block is close, maybe you'd like to put that underneath the right glute just to bring the floor a little closer to that area. And we'll flex the right toes to protect the right knee. Looking back behind us to make sure that our left foot is directly behind us. With the hands underneath the shoulders, we'll inhale for lengthen the spine. And on an exhale, we'll fold over the right leg. Surrendering the top half of the body toward your space once again. Feel free to take any bolsters, any blocks around the arms, whatever's comfortable. And sink into this posture. Start to bring awareness to any tension within the body. And with each exhale, simply let it go. Taking one big, deep breath together, exhaling all the air out of the lungs to prepare. Deep inhale through the nose. Open mouth exhale. Let everything go. Couple more very deep breaths. On your next inhale, bringing the hands underneath the shoulders, pressing yourself up and back, shaking out that left leg, getting the circulation back, and then raising the left leg high, bringing the left ankle towards the right wrist, half pigeon second side. Again, flexing the left toes to protect the left knee, maybe placing a block behind the left glute for support. Hands underneath the shoulders, inhale, and exhale, fold. Surrendering into your space. Adjust you. Taking another deep inhale together, exhaling all the air out of the lungs. Deep inhale through the nose, and exhale, letting go of everything. Now on your next inhale, bringing the hands underneath the shoulders, pressing up and back out of the pose. Again, taking any movements to get circulation back in that left leg. Now is the time to take any other positions that might feel good to you, anything that serves you in this moment, anything that needs a little extra love and attention. And now we'll prepare for Shavasana pose, meeting on our backs on the mat, letting the legs lay out wide, letting the hands be at your side. Maybe take a bolster under the knees for support. No more movement left, so find stillness. Nothing left to see, so close the eyes, and I'll bring you out when it is time. And now bring the awareness back to the body once again, not changing anything, but simply acknowledging how the body feels in this space. Noticing the difference between that feeling of the beginning of class and now, knowing that you can give yourself this headspace anytime you please. You are capable of it. Express gratitude for taking the time to come to your mats today for your yin practice. The student and the teacher within me recognizes the same within all of you. Namaste.